Are you excited about trail running but have no clue where or how to start? Many runners are afraid of trail running, but trail running is so fun and exciting, and it's a lot of benefits to starting trail running. So how to start trail running? When runners think about trail running, they think about non-paved or softer surfaces. And trail running gets you outdoors and explore your surroundings. Now, trail running has different terrains, so you will be running on rocks, mud, branches, either sand or sometimes mountains. And this is why you would want to invest in a good pair of running shoes. Now, at the beginning, you may be running more of a smooth gravel or mallow pavement kind of trails. So with those kind of trails, that you can use road running shoes. But when you start getting to that more serious trail running, where there's going to be a lot more mud, slippery muds, or rocks and twigs and branches, this is where you want to get a trail running shoes. With trail running shoes, it's a lot more beefier. It provides deep tractions and treads to help give you some more stability when you run it on that slippery mud or different terrains and surfaces. So you do not need a lot of gear for trail running. You can just start off, make sure you bring some water, which you could use our hydration vest or a hydration belt to carry your water. And definitely check our video on how to carry water while running to give you some ideas of how to carry your water while you're doing your trail running. Now, definitely make sure that you are using some dry fit gear like pants or shorts and shirts, and definitely make sure you're wearing dry fit socks or merino wool socks to help you when you're sweating or you're getting wet from different puddles that you may be running through in the trails. And this is where you'll be using your trail running shoes. You definitely want to make sure you bring your fuel, so any gels or anything that you may need while you're running. If you are running in the heat, make sure you're wearing a sunscreen with SPF of 30 or higher. And then if also in the sun, make sure you're wearing a hat and visor to protect your eyes and yourself from the sun, and some sunglasses. Now, when you run a trail, you will start to learn how to run by feel while you're doing the trail. And if you want to make it a lot more fun, you could do trail racing. And the trail racing, it goes from a 5K all the way up to 100 miles. If you run it at night, be sure to bring a headlamp, so therefore you could be able to have clearer visibility of the trail. And a great thing to bring also with your trail running is a first aid kit. You never know when you need it. Another thing to keep in mind is trail running takes longer to run than road running when you run the same distance. So when you do trail running, you want to think time and not mileage. So you want to go out there and run a time that you are comfortable with for your finishing. So for example, when you go out for your trail, you're not going to say, I'm going to run 10 miles today. You want to say, how long do I want to be out there and feel comfortable to be out there on a trail? So you can say, I'm going to run for 1 hour or 2 hours, and then you would time yourself. So you either go run out for 30 minutes and then come back, or you run one direction for 1 hour and then come back. So always keep in mind that trail running takes longer than road running. Some trails are well maintained and others are not. So no two trails will be the same, and every trail you run will be different. So when you go out on a trail, you want to make sure that you know the routes. So if you are new to this trail, you either want to run with someone that knows the trail, or you could join a trail running group that goes out and do trail running, and then you could learn the trail that way. You could also look at guidebooks or go check the website of that trail to get more information about that trail that you are thinking about running. You could also use navigational tools like either a map or a compass to help guide you while you're out on a trail. Be sure to bring a phone, so therefore that you are able to call someone if you do get lost, or you could turn on the tracking device on your phone to be able to let your loved ones be able to track you while you're on your run. You could also think about bringing a GPS watch while you're out on a trail, and this will be able to track your mileage and your pace and your distance. And another safety tip besides your phone is making sure that you let someone know what trail that you are running and the time that you should be finished with your run. So therefore that someone could be aware that you're out there on a trail. Or you could even leave a note in your car to lay out your trail runs so that other people could be aware of what part of that trail that you had run that day. When you're out on a trail, you want to make sure that you are keeping your eyes on the trail. If you ever want to stop and look at the beauty, make sure you completely stop and admire your environment. Because definitely keep in mind that with trail running, if you are looking around and running at the same time, you run the risk of falling or twisting your ankles or your knees, because with that trail, there's always something on the terrace or the surfaces that you can trip and fall on. You always know the beauty of the nature is so nice, but there's always going to be some kind of rocks or twigs or branches that you can't fall and hurt yourself. That's why you have your first aid kit. So with trail running, it's definitely going to require you to have more agility and strength to be able to handle those runs, because sometimes you'll be running on that mountain slopes that's going to be coming at the angle, and not all your runs will be at flat surfaces. There's going to be always some kind of inclines or declines. You're going to be descending. So therefore, make sure that you are building your agility and strength. So you definitely want to be adding some cross training to your workout plans to help you to get stronger for your runs. And definitely subscribe and be a part of our tribe, because we definitely have plenty of cross training videos like strength and HIIT and cardio to get that agility down pat, so therefore you could be able to handle the challenges of your trail running. And don't be hard on yourself if you have to walk, because of course it's going to be a lot of inclines and decline with trail running, and even advanced trail runners walk. Now, when you first start out your trail run, definitely be mindful of the terrains that you are choosing for your first trail runs. So don't try to go straight for that hilly mountain or that very big inclination of a trail run. Try to go for more of a mellow trail running, like either a flat trail or even a rolling hills kind of trail. And that will get you prepared for the challenges of a trail running, because if you go to a trail that's too advanced, you may just quit right at the beginning. So with any running, you definitely want to be aware of the weather. So therefore, if it's going to be a rainy day, definitely make sure you are bringing a waterproof jacket to help with that wet condition or even a windy condition. And always know that at the beginning of the run, the temperature could be one way, and then it could either drop or increase. So definitely make sure you are either dressing in layers or not overdressed for your run. And definitely check our channels, because we have a video on how to run in the winter, how to run in the summer, and even how to handle rainy days. Now definitely go out there and do your trail running, because a trail running is very adventurous and it's easier on your joints due to that softer surfaces, more better on your joints than road running. So when start out trail running, first you have to find a trail. And these trails can be found almost anywhere. So you can find that trail by going on Google and looking for different trails in your area. Or you can look for running groups in your area and add someone in that running group. Or even go to a running specialty store and ask one of those professionals about that trails in that area. And trails could be like mountains or forests. And you can look for a state park or a local park right in your area. And doing trails is great because it allows you to challenge yourself by trying out different terrains. It allows you to be able to build your aerobic fitness as well as build muscles and that endurance. Now, when you do that trail running, you do have to focus due to that terrain. But a lot of people do find it very relaxing to run in the trail. Now, it will be different things that could affect how far that you do go out or how long you do that trail running, such as your gear, your fitness level, the weather, and your goals and expectation for running that trail. So now that you learn why you should start trail running, now it's time to learn how to start trail running. So definitely go check our video right now of tips on starting trail running. And we cannot wait to see you on our next video. Until next time, bye-bye.